Hey y'all, welcome back to the kitchen. All right, listen, I hope y'all enjoyed celebrating my birthday with me. It was fabulous. I'm still in the clouds. I'll come down maybe sometime in January, but oh man, I hope y'all enjoyed that. But this morning I'm cooking some breakfast back in the kitchen. Um, it's vegetarian. It's not all the way vegan because I'm out of my just eggs, so I got some eggs here. I got some spinach, some good veggies, some potatoes, and I got some Violite cheese. And we're gonna have us some potatoes and some cheese and veggie omelets with nice brioche toast this morning. So that's what we're eating, okay? All right, so let's get in here. Got my potatoes, gonna cut these up. You've seen me do this before plenty of times, so I'm gonna cut these in cubes, put some seasoning on them, of course, drop them in the air fryer, and then we're gonna start on these eggs, okay? So if you're not a stranger to my potatoes, just watch. All right. Yeah, man, the video was great, y'all. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. You know, it was a nice vibe. It was nice to be celebrated. Still a little raspy. It was just nice. It was just nice. It was nice. It was nice. Okay? Yeah, man. So it's good to celebrate yourself and have people celebrate with you, you know. And even if you ain't got nobody, put some music on, get you a nice drink, your favorite food or whatever you like, and just do your thing, okay? All right, so I got 3 medium-sized potatoes. I'm cutting those up. See, we back to business, all right? Any little pieces that you don't want on there, just chop them off. I leave the skin on, but wash it really good because these are root veggies and they have little stuff in the crevices and all those. You don't want to eat that, okay? So, but I do see any divots and stuff that I don't like, that I don't want to eat. I cut those off. And then go right in the cube it. Also, while you're cubing your potatoes, don't let these little potatoes fool you. So if you see anything inside, you know, you make sure that it should look all clear. But if you see anything, cut it out. The skin is good. Just make sure you wash it. Got that off. See, these little pieces like this, get rid of that. Don't want to eat that. All right, so we're gonna cut up our potatoes. After that, we're gonna cut up our veggies, get those going. I don't cook mine with them unless I do it in the oven. If I do these in the oven, then I'll cut up some onions and potatoes with the potatoes and green peppers and put them all over and smother it, and then let it slow cook in the oven and then broil it so it gets nice and crispy. We're not doing that this morning. Doing some nice air fried potatoes so they're quick and crispy. All right, let's move this cutting board for 1 second. So there they are. I'm gonna give this a nice little rinse in some cold water, okay? Now remember, my potatoes are pre-washed, so they already had that good, nice scrub wash, and I cleaned all of the crevices just to make sure there wasn't any extra dirt from the soil that they grew in. And then afterwards, I always still give them a nice cold rinse after I cut them because just maybe I'm doing a little extra, but I do. Okay, so now we're gonna season these. I got a little bit of grapeseed oil because we want our seasoning to be adhesive to our nice potatoes. And of course, I have my gloves on because I have my beautiful nails still. And I don't want all that gunk underneath my nails, okay? All right, so we got some onion powder. pepper. Okay. Don't be shocked. I know what I'm getting ready to put in here next is not complete seasoning, but it's a nice seasoned salt. Okay, so I do use other seasonings. We're gonna mix that around. Make sure everything's nice and coated. Let you see that. Look at that. All right, and then once you have everything coated, you want to stick it right in your air fryer. I wish you could smell this. Oh my God, it smells so good. I lost one, but we're gonna retrieve it. Get back over here. We don't waste no food in here. All right, these are air fryer ready. So I got my air fryer bin already lined with foil. I know it has a bin in there, but it's just after everything cooks, you don't want all that stuff in the crevices. You have to clean all that stuff out of there. You have to clean it anyway, but sometimes it gets a little sticky. I don't have time for that. So we just gonna line it and drop these right on there. Okay. Everything's nice and coated, nice and seasoned, and these are ready to go. So there's an potato setting on my air fryer, and that's typically what I use. If it's not crispy enough, I just turn it back on. So we're gonna stick that right on in there. We don't need these anymore. Okay. Now my potato setting is set for 20 minutes at 400 degrees, so that's what we're rocking with. I'm gonna rinse this out because we're one bowl in it today. The eggs I'm using are cage-free eggs, and then we're going to mix these up, make our omelets, toast our bread. We're good to go. So let me rinse this real quick. All right, got us a nice fresh clean bowl. And I did this backwards. I should have took my cutting board over there too, because it has the potatoes, the starch from the potatoes. I don't want that in my eggs, so I'm gonna also go and take that too. You know, I'll take you guys with me. We can keep the chat going. Usually I'm over here at the sink by myself, so you can come with me. Just gonna get these nice and cleaned off again. I like to start with fresh utensils. Beautiful purple cutting board. Ooh, did I just sneeze a jar? I'm so sorry. I tried to catch it. That was that pepper. I was holding it. I haven't learned my lesson yet, but I can't cook without it. I love pepper. It's so flavorful. It does it for me. I have to have it. So, if you're a pepper lover, you know what I'm talking about. So, all right, let's cut up some veggies. So I still have a couple of baby tomatoes, little shimmies. I don't want this too crazy, so I'm just only gonna use one, cut it up real small, and then have some spinach, and we're gonna make this nice, okay? I want the flavor. I don't need all the extra stuff with it. Okay? All right. I'm gonna switch you guys and bring it to eye level so we can not keep doing this. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna cut these tomatoes up. There are some seeds in here. However, they're so little, it's not gonna be much of anything. So what I'm gonna do is separate some of that seediness out and put it to the side, and then with those, that's the portion of the tomato we're gonna use. You'll see what I'm talking about here in just 1 second. I'll show you. Because it's so juicy. As you're cutting them, they're coming out anyway. So when our tomatoes are really small, nice and diced, they smell so good. So what I was saying is, as I'm cutting, the seeds were coming out. So I just pushed them to the side, and this is what I'm gonna use in the omelet, okay? Clean that right up, because we don't want that. Now for our green peppers and the cayennes. Cut these up nice and tight. When I have an omelet, especially if it's veggie, I want to taste veggie in every section of my omelet. It has to be all over, okay? I hear you beeping at me, but I'm not ready to shake you. Alright, so cut these up. Nice and tight there. Little chunk to it, not too big, just a little bit, okay? Now, beautiful onions. Nice portion of that. Rough chop first, because onions have many layers. So rough chop, then we small chop. If I start crying, you know why. I get emotional about my food. Trying to keep them from flying because we're occupying space with other things on our cutting board. All right, now. Good little rock and chop. So now here we are. That's what we're working with. Nice and ready, okay? So now we're gonna work on these eggs. The spinach will wilt on its own, so you don't have to worry about doing anything with that. If you just wanna chop your spinach, you can. I usually don't. And I have baby spinach, so it's already small, so we don't need to worry about all that cutting. Okay, let me grab a fork or a whisk. I'll use my whisk today. I haven't used it in a while. Knock the dust off of it. I'll be right back. blowing my nose, y'all. I might sneeze one more time, so I'm just, excuse me if I do. Okay. All right, so we got a couple of cage-free eggs here. And I'm gonna use a nice little napkin to crack these on because I don't like that stuff on my counter. Okay, here they go. So it's me and my husband eating, so I'm gonna use 5. I need a fork too because I need to do some things. So the joy of eating eggs is that sometimes you get these little pieces to the yolk. This little portion right here, I don't like that, so I'm gonna pick that out of there. If you didn't see it, it's right there. I'm gonna pick that out of there. So, get right out. It's a little membrane, you know, and these are some of the reasons, you know, why my dietary choices have been all over the place. Eggs they're good for you. I mean, everything has its own nutritional value. It's just, I remember a time or two when I would eat them, they just started hurting my stomach. So I don't know what it was. It was just maybe if it was plain eggs or I don't know. You know, I listen to my body, and if my body says no, I just don't bother with it. Absolutely, leave it alone. So to each his own on that. I actually just started eating them again because I went for my Just Egg and it was out of stock, and it stayed out of stock. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna give this another shot, but let me try a different type of egg. And I still don't eat it every day, just every now and then. So you listen to your body. Listen to your body. All right, so between me and my husband, I'm gonna use 5 eggs. These are pretty small to medium. And sometimes the membrane is not in there, but if I see it, I pick it out. Or I eat egg whites, you know, sometimes I do that. Depends on what's available. Like I said, I will never be vegan. Number 1 strike on there is honey. I'm never giving that up. Honey is just one of those things that's just really good for you. And not knocking anybody that's full-time vegan. It's just that my preference is I'm not giving honey up. So that's already a strike for me. Okay, you guys. Now, my potatoes have beeped at me one too many times, so now I'm going to go ahead and shake them. They're not quite there, but just see how they're doing. They're doing pretty good. All right, so we're going to put them back in. All right. Now, with my eggs, okay, I do love the taste of complete in them. So I am gonna get my complete seasoning and make this look like a normal day in the kitchen, okay? All right, so here's my complete. I'm gonna dabble that in there because I have to have it. We're not doing any seasoning salt on that. So it's complete onion powder and pepper, that's it. And then you'll get that nice taste from the caramelization from the peppers and onions. All of that's going to flavor this too. So it's going to be really, really good. So what I typically like to do, here comes the pepper, y'all. Let's work with it, okay? All right. So what I typically like to do is saute my onions. Now I'm not doing the tomatoes in this because it'll get like mushy, gummy. You want to put that on the omelet itself. But I do saute my onions and my peppers first. And then what I like to do is let them chill for just a minute. and then put them in the egg, stir them, and then do the omelet. That's my preference. And then anything I want to add, like spinach or cheese or anything like that, then I add that, okay? So while I'm waiting on this oil to heat, we're gonna whisk these eggs. If you guys want a closer look, I'll bring you down. How about that? We can do it. Get my baby tripod. I don't even know if you'll be able to see in here. Maybe you might be able to. We'll see. And as I'm sitting here telling you this, I'm about to sneeze again. That wonderful pepper. Excuse me. Ooh, I think I got one more, y'all. Maybe not. Okay, I think I'm in the clear. Me and the pepper. Let's see if you guys can see that. Oh, you can. Hello. All right, we're gonna whisk these eggs. I like to whisk them really good. Smell that oil getting ready. Which is good for me. Let me grab my spatula. Thought I had it. Nice and hot, y'all. Ooh, come on. Okay. Now that we've whisked this together, our next focus is going to be on our veggies going into this hot oil. We're going to start with this side first because that's what we're working with. Okay. Peppers and onions. That's all we want on there. Oh, yes. Smells so good. Nice and caramelized. And then once we do, that's going inside the eggs. We're going to mix it a little bit more. And then after that, we're going to start creating our omelet. Check on these potatoes really quick. You guys can watch everything sizzle over here. They are doing A-okay. Nice. Oh, that looks good. Give it a couple more minutes and then we're going to stir it one more time. Like I said, we'll let it hang for just 1 second, and then after that, we will add it to our eggs. Don't mind me, I'm sipping on some coconut water. I don't know if you guys remember, in the mornings when I do my little fasting from the day before, that's what I break my fast with. Water, coconut water, or if I have watermelon, I'll break it with watermelon. So I'm breaking my fast before I eat. I'm having some nice hydrating coconut water. All right. Guys, look at that. Okay. Now we're going to let this sit for just 1 second. Because I don't want scrambled eggs in my bowl. Make sure the seasoning is still moving around here. And we're gonna add a little bit at a time. A little bit at a time. Right on in. Stir it around. It's okay if you hear a little sizzle. That's all right, because guess where this is going? Right back into the pan. And a lot of times when you do it the opposite way, the veggies get dried out and then everything looks crazy. So I like to get mine cooked before I put them in there. Okay. So now, make sure there's nothing on there. Get back into the pan we go. We're gonna add just a little bit of oil, just a little bit. It doesn't need much. Right there. Just to coat that pan again. And then we're gonna drop our eggs right on in there. And let this omelet begin. Oh yeah. Just like that. Just a little bit of housekeeping while we're waiting on that to start bubbling up. $10,000 times washing my hands, but hey, it's all right. It's my kitchen. Okay, and then for those who like to babysit their omelet, you'll see here it's starting to bubble up on the side. That's what you want, because what I'll usually do is take my spatula and run it around it just to make sure everything's where it needs to be, because you don't want this cooking too fast. You don't want it cooking too slow. So right now I have it on high. Now that it's starting to bubble, I'm going to turn it down a little bit midway to medium heat, and then let it get the little bubblies around the side. Once I do that, I'll show you a little trick I usually do. Okay. What I like to do is go around the side. If it starts to move like this here, I'll take it and flip it. Just like that. So now, all I'm working on is just what's on top. Now the bottom's gonna cook, and then once I do that, I'm gonna put my cheese, and then my tomato, and I'm gonna fold it, and that's it. That's your omelet. Okay? That's it. Ooh. All right, turn that down now. Okay, so now let's put that Violife on there. We got our Violife cheese. We have our, not this hand, this one. We got our baby spinach. All right, and then we have our wonderful, I'll do this with my hand, tomatoes. A little bit more spinach in there. Look at the steam coming out the side here. So that means I can turn this down low now and flip it. Oh yes, hold on, baby. I don't want you to fall out. So you can give it a nice little flip. There it is, voila. That is the omelet, y'all. So if you've never tried that trick before, that's it right there. So now that it's pretty much cooked, I'm gonna remove it from the heat because it's still cooking. Look at that. Easy peasy. Not fighting with no eggs in the morning. So that's the trick. I let one side cook till it gets nice brown or just about done. Flip it real quick. And then you don't have to worry about anything being half cooked or kind of cooked in the middle. That's it right there. All right, so let's check on these potatoes. They said they were done, but I don't believe it. Well, they are, but my husband likes his a little bit more on the crispy side, so we're gonna go ahead and move those around a little bit. And then we're going to turn it back on. So we're just gonna move them around just to make sure that all sides are crispy, because sometimes when you're shaking them and moving them, they get caught up on each other and start hugging each other, and then you got one crispy, one soft. We're not playing those games today. So we're back on the potato setting. Turn it back on, and then we'll give it about 10 minutes, and then that should be the crispiness that we're looking for, okay? All right, so that omelet is beautiful. All right, so while we're waiting for these potatoes, I'm gonna go ahead and start my omelet next, okay? So we're going to go ahead and plate hubbies. It's super hot, so we don't have to worry about it getting cold or anything. Slide it right on there. Ooh. Oh, there's an extra spinach leaf. Isn't that beautiful, guys? Look at that. Just like that. Quick and easy. The way I like my meals. Quick and easy. Okay, so just a dab. Just to recoat that pan. Now mine might be overloaded a little bit. Put that back in here. All right, here we go. Next omelet, please. All right. There we go. So now we're waiting for this one. And same thing. We're waiting on those sides to get like this. Once they do, then you know what's next. You're going to take your little spatula and move it around. Once you see that the whole omelet is moving, then you can just take it and flip it. Flip it right over. And then that's when you add your tomatoes and your spinach and cheese. And then that's it. Once you see that it's all nice and crispy and hot, then you fold it, and that's the omelet. Easy peasy. Finish up the coconut water. That is so good. Okay, now put this oil away, and since my husband's omelet is done already, I'm gonna go ahead and start his toast. Let me flip mine real quick. Flip it right over. Bam, look at that. All right, so now we're gonna add our cheese. Lovely BioLife. So, no, it wasn't 100% vegan, but it is vegetarian. So for those who, you know, are trying to find different options to eat, this is one for you. And if you're still eating eggs, then it's a plus. It's a win-win all around. Okay. Let's see what tomato drop down here. So good. Some more of that spinach in there. I do a little bit extra because, you know, just me. I have to make sure I'm getting my iron in my daily eats. So, yeah, let's put this away. can see because I'm using this spatula. All right, so we're gonna flip this. Oh yeah, you smell so good. And make sure everything stays in. Flip it right over. Hey, my little spinach fell out. Well, we're gonna go ahead and put that right back in here so I can cook. We don't care about any of that. All right, so mine is cooking. That's it. I just threw all my spinach on top. You know me, I don't care about that stuff. It's done. It's done. All right, so let's get the toast made here. Tell you, it's a quick and easy breakfast. You know, you can do this every single day. You don't have to eat pancakes every day. You don't have to eat toast every day. You don't have to, you know, drink smoothies every day. I do. I love my smoothies. Don't get me wrong. I love my smoothies. Some days you just want some toast. Good toast. Yummy toast. And that's another thing. I'm not a discriminator of bread. Bread is bread to me. I've tried different types of bread. My top favorite bread is Ezekiel bread. I love that nice grainy bread. I love it. You get all the nutrients you need in there. It's loaded with all kinds of stuff. But I love my brioche bread too. I love this for avocado toast. I also love sourdough for avocado toast. All right, our potatoes are done. They are done. Look at that. All right, so we're gonna plate these on hubby's plate. Gotta get it nice and pretty. Okay. So hubby's plate is here. You probably can't see it, but it is here. We're gonna go ahead and plate these. While we're waiting on the glorious toast that he's getting to. Yeah, these are crunchy, but they're still soft in the middle. They smell so good, y'all. Oh, what a beautiful plate. I wish I had some avocado. I have some, but they're not ready. You know, we like to eat our breakfast with avocado. We like to eat every meal with avocado. We love it, we love it, we love it. All right, so that's the potatoes. Get hubby's plate, guys. Oh, beautiful. Now we're gonna get that toast, okay? That's a beautiful plate there. Take my omelet off the fire. I may cut mine in half. I'm trying to, you know, when you're cooking, you feel like I'm so hungry. I think I'm gonna half mine today. And if I am still hungry, I'll come back for the other half. So there's my half. I just cut it. Hubby's toast is ready. See now, with me, I like a little bit of drizzle of honey on my toast. I'm not gonna tease him like that today. But this is a beautiful plate that he has. It's nice. There's that toast. Oh yeah. It's a good looking plate. It's good. Guys, look at this. Now this is breakfast. That is breakfast. Okay. Well, I'm done. I'm gonna go ahead and eat myself. So I hope you enjoyed breakfast today. Thank y'all for coming back to the kitchen. And if you haven't gotten a chance, listen. I know I wore it out, but I'm gonna wear it out some more until the year is done. My birthday video, man, it was epic. It was nice. Many thanks to, I already, yeah. I'm still in the clouds. But listen, go watch that video. You won't be sorry. And I did leave a description of who did my food. Also left a description of who did my beautiful nails that are still, love it. And I did my own makeup, so, I have a long history with dealing with makeup and stuff like that, if you know me. So I can glam it up when I want. Throw off the apron and do some things. But I thank y'all for all the birthday wishes, and just it was great. It was great. It was great. It was great. And although the weather was terrible, it still was great. It was nice. It was nice. The only thing, I didn't get any of my birthday fish. So what I am gonna do is that I'm gonna make some, and I'll share that with you guys, because I don't eat a whole lot of it, but when I do, I'll have a piece of snapper or some tuna. I like mahi. So there's a couple of things. I dabble in it, but you don't see me cooking it because I don't eat it all the time. But maybe sometime this week, I think I'll make some snapper for me and my honey, and I'll show you how I do that, okay? All right, so thank y'all again. Go make some breakfast, and happy holidays, all right? We don't do Christmas too much around here, so for those that celebrate, enjoy your families. If you're taking time off, enjoy that too. Take care of yourself. All right, this was a good, nice size video. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a wonderful rest of the year, and I'll catch you before the year's over with some food, some real food. All right, talk to you later.